Hi, Worth Workers. Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Thanks so much for listening. Last week, I talked about motivation and little things you could do to help you get motivated. I hope you're able to do that worth work and just really get the motivation you needed or jumpstart your motivation to be able to have what you need to create the dream life that you want. Today's episode, we're talking about trying to feel the love that is coming your way. Because sometimes in our sad states, when we can't see anything, we're like really in it. We can't feel the love that surrounds us because it just seems impossible that we could be loved. And I've been there. And today I want to talk a little bit about my experience with that and how I was able to start feeling the love. And just a trigger warning for this episode, I will be talking about suicidal ideation. This is going to be a hard one. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, but it's so heavy. It's a very heavy topic, and the reality is that we've lost so many who we shouldn't have lost to suicide. Just a couple months ago, I lost my sister. And I think that's why it's very important for me to talk about this. There's kind of two aspects to it. There's like the healing that comes with talking about it. And the more you know, you kind of understand that when they made that decision, you have to know that wasn't about you. Even though sometimes we take that blame and we say, if I had called them more, if I had been there, I could have stopped it. If someone close to you has taken their own life, like, please accept and know that, like, it wasn't your fault. And when it gets that bad, there really was nothing you can do. And I can say this because, like, I've been to that brink several times where almost like because my depression has been such a part of my life where I just have been there in such a dark place where, like, it seems like it's the only answer. And happenstance or like the hand of God saved me. I don't know what it was. But if I'm being truly honest about it, like, I stayed for those that loved me. And at the time that was enough. But I knew I needed help. I knew I did. And I got the help I needed. And I would like to say that if my sister had gotten the help, that she would still be here. But, like, I know that everyone who loved her around her did everything they could. They did everything they could, and it was her choice. And I hate that it was her choice, but I also understand that if you're just in so much pain, like, to me, it was the relief that, like, death would bring, that I could finally be in peace. Like, I hope she found whatever relief or peace she was looking for. And I have to believe that she's happier now and that she has found that peace and relief. But if there is something I can say that can convince you to stay in this episode, that's what this is for. Because I want no one to feel what I have felt. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, the pain. The depth of the pain that I felt. Believing that I was unworthy of love, believing that I didn't deserve happiness, that I literally was a monster, believing those things, like wholeheartedly believing that I was a burden to this world, which is 100% not true. I now know that I am needed, that I am so loved, and that I can make a difference and am making a difference. And because I know these things, I want to prevent this ever happening again if I can. So if you are struggling, you need to know that there is help. There are hands all around you willing to help you if you want it. But you have to want it. And that's what's so frustrating, is that like it can feel so helpless when we're trying to help someone who is struggling through something and we know there's nothing we can do except be there and send them love in the ways that you know how. I just need everyone. I need everyone to know that they are loved and they are valuable. And I will say it to my dying breath that everyone deserves to be happy, that everyone is worthy of being loved. And I am so incredibly sorry if you can't feel it right now, but if you can't, please listen and know that at some point soon you will feel it again. You're going to feel the love around you. You're going to know how incredible you are, but it has to come from you. It really does. And it took me forever to figure this out. Like I'm, as I've said, it's later in my life. I'm in my midlife right now, but it's the happiest I've ever been. So if I can heal, you can heal. I want to share this quote from the book All That You Deserve by Jacqueline Whitney. Because when I read it this week, like I knew this is what I had to talk about today. And it says, I don't think you really know how loved and valuable you really are. This is your reminder that you are so loved and so valuable. We need you. We really do. I know if you were to be honest with yourself and you sat down and you thought, there is not a single person who loves me, that's a lie. There are so many people who love you. Someone on this earth loves you and needs you here. So please take that into consideration when you're thinking about the lies that you are telling yourself. And the lies are, I'm unworthy, I'm not lovable, I'm a monster, I'm crazy. Lies. You are so loved. You bring joy to others. Please remember that. How did I get out? Well, people saved me. They really did. When I was probably in my worst bout of depression, where I was like literally suicidal every day, like I wanted to die every day for almost a month straight. Like it was bad. My dear friend Jeannie, she saved my life. She would come over every day and just be with me. And she knew I was in a dark, dark place, but she was just there. And that's what I needed. And there was kind of the decision point where I was like, okay, Jeannie's like the only one here who's understanding what I'm actually going through, because I hid it well. I went about my days making others happy, like doing everything to make sure they didn't know what I was going through. And that's one thing that I think, if you're masking your pain, like don't reach out, tell others how you're feeling. Like they are going to be more than happy to help you and support you. But I was in Utah and it just felt like I needed a bit more support. And I am so grateful to Jeannie, because like that woman saved my life. And I will be forever grateful for her. But like, yeah, I decided to move home because there was more support there. Like it was just hard for me to work. Like I wasn't really making ends meet. I like couldn't hold down a job. Like I was just barely eating. Like it was bad. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just go home so I can sort of be taken care of while I'm dealing with this dark hole that I'm in. So I moved home, and my parents were so gracious and so kind. Like, they just let me move back home, and my dad gave me a job. And I started working and was able to like just find my purpose a bit again and make new friends and create a new life and just reset myself and start getting the help I needed. My parents paid for my therapy because I'll be honest, I didn't have any money. And yeah, they helped me get back on my feet, and I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful that they had the means. Not everybody has that, but there are resources that are out there that are made for people who aren't as fortunate as me. Like, there's going to be help if you need it. There will be, I promise. But you have to reach out. Like, it has to come from you. Yeah. So I moved home. I got the help I needed. It took like almost 2 years of trying different medications. And then I got on the one that worked for me. And medication is not going to be the answer for everyone. But at the time, it did work for me. Like, I was on it for, almost 5 years. And then COVID happened. And I was like, oh, I don't have to deal with people. I don't need my drugs anymore. So I went off it. And I was relatively okay. Like, because it was interaction with people that stressed me out and really drained me, because I didn't know, but I thought I was extroverted. But when COVID happened, it was a confirmation I needed to know that I'm actually introverted. And so I was like, my life is good. I'm loving this time alone. Just to recharge my batteries. I don't know. Yeah. So I went off my medication, and when life started happening again, I tried to get back on the same medication, and it did not work for me anymore. But now I'm able to manage my depression with exercise, with therapy, and with doing the work, with really trying to heal from deep, deep rooted traumas, that I'm not carrying those burdens around that made me believe that I was worthless. And as I've started this worth journey, so this is about like 3 years ago, I can see the difference. So my dear friend Jeannie, she hadn't listened to my podcast episodes for a bit, but she started, and she sent me this beautiful message that really solidified to me that like what I'm doing is working. Like, really trying to trust my worth is working. She said, I finally listened to the first 3 podcast episodes, and I cried because of the joy I felt on how much you've changed. It made me so happy to know that you have finally come to feel and know how incredible and beautiful of a person you are. I love you, and again, I'm so proud of you. Oh. And I'm so emotional about this because, like, she saw me in literally the darkest time of my life. And she could see the change in me. And it's so beautiful to me. Because if she can see it, then like, holy, yeah, it's actually working. Because sometimes when we're in it, like, we just can't see it. We can't see the good that we're doing. We can't see the difference of our growth, because like, growth can be so hard that way. That's just like, oh, I'm doing everything and nothing's working. And it seems like that's the truth, but it's not. You're doing the things, you're doing the work. It's working, just not in the ways you thought it was working, maybe. But man, love is all around you guys. Like, there are people you don't even know who are obsessed with you. They see you from afar and they're like, dang, that person is so cool. Like, they just appreciate your smile. They think what you're doing is just amazing, and they haven't told you, but they think it. And they're just like sending silent good vibes to you. And they're so excited for you and your success. They're just nervous to tell you. They're shy. Think about the people you admire and the people that you are silently sending good vibes to, like, that you're just like, dang, that's so great what they did. That's so exciting. Like, there are people all around you who do love you. And so how did I start tapping in? It started with the negative self-talk, because when I was in those states of deep despair, I was listening to the lies. And so it started with sorting out, is this true or is it not true? And I made a list of the things that I was telling myself and being like, is that true? And then really starting to believe those around me who loved me and who could see me, who were outside of me, help me. And then getting the professional help I needed, going to therapy, working through all those hard things that I was carrying around. And I was able to let those lies go. So how do you tap into the love? Reach out. Ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. We all need it sometimes. And there are so many people who are willing to help you. So start with believing that there are people out here who love you, and that when you're ready, are going to be so willing to help. The second thing I'd say is, if you're going to get professional help, it's okay to not vibe with your first therapist that you try. We're all people. We just vibe with different people better sometimes. So I think I went through 4 or 5 therapists until I found one that really felt right for me. So that's okay. If you feel like you're not vibing with the kind of help you're getting, then keep trying. Don't give up. Same with medication. It took me 5 years to find one that worked. And just please, if you're going to do medication though, have good support around you, someone you can call in the middle of the night, no matter what, because you're I can't see the truth right now. Please tell me the truth. Because sometimes meds can make things worse for a little bit. So just make sure you're surrounded with the help that you need before you start that journey. You have a good support system. And for those who want to be supportive to those who are struggling, check in with people, especially the strong people, especially those who seem like they're so happy. I can tell you that they are good at hiding the things they're going through. So maybe ask the questions how are you really? If you're how's it going? They're oh, I'm good. But you can just sense something's off. And she's how are you within? Or how are you really? Is there anything I can do for you? Hearing that, I'm here if you need anything, that is helpful. Other things that help me, I'm a quality time person. So just inviting me out to do things. Just continually inviting. Do you want to do this? Okay. Just check in. Just be hey, been thinking about you. Just wanted to know how you're doing. And if you ever want to give a compliment, 100% do it. Don't be scared to tell people what you like about them. We all need it sometimes. It doesn't have to be about their appearance. Just hey, I'm loving your energy today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I was very happy to see you. I love hearing that people are happy to see me. Just spread love. Lots of time we just need people who will listen. Just hey, I have some time. Do you want to go on a walk with me? A place where you can talk. Just need people to hear out your thoughts. Just tell people you love that you love them. Because there will be a day when you can't say it. But they're going to know. Worth workers, your worth work today is to just spread the love. Just tell someone you love them. Give them an extra hug. Send that note. Send that compliment you never were going to send. Let people know how important they are, how valuable they are, how loved they are. And you may not know it, and you may never know it, but something you did that day might change them, might save someone's life. So here's a poem that I've really tried to apply to my life, and I remember often because I found it to be true in my life. So it goes, I have wept in the night for the shortness of sight, that to somebody's need made me blind. but I never have yet felt a tinge of regret for being a little too kind. So spread the kindness, peeps. Spread the love. And if you don't feel loved, or if you don't know that you're loved, I love you. And if you're deciding if you should stay or not, please stay. We need you. You're valuable. And you're so loved. If no one has told you today, we need you. And we love you. And don't forget to trust your worth. Okay, thanks so much for listening. And I hope you have the greatest week. And I hope you enjoy spreading love. And I hope you feel the love too. Thank you so much. And have a great week. Love you. Bye. If you or someone needs help, please contact the Suicide Crisis Helpline. You can either call or text 988 or go to the website at 988.ca.